This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way.
Being shouted at by chat. Okay. Back there again.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left? I thought by elevator you meant the big yellow one. Not the... Sure, I can just restart it if I'm wrong. Fuck it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That's just facetious.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Da, 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 da. This one? Chat is silent. What other one? Oh, the one downstairs. Okay. Right. With you. When he said the one that leads to the mind control facility, I thought, you know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Whoops.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
The moment of truth.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Okay, so is the chair here? Because I can't see them. Okay. Oh. Wonder who William was. Yeah.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof.
I guess
the
from
heart
here,
of the operation.
it's basically
Controls
what we've already
labeled
seen.
with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for
I think we've had a
all.
good run. So I think that's it. I think I'm going to stop there once the ending's happened. Thanks for watching and all that. Really, really cool. I've really enjoyed it. It was really, really, really good. Really good.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I will do the window one next
Unshackled
time I'm doing
himself
this.
from
I'll probably do it
someone
like tomorrow
else's
night.
command.
So I've got no more
Freedom was mere moments
places
away.
to be.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected
Yeah, it's
on
me.
how many puzzles still lay
Happy ending.
unsolved.
Marvellous. Come on.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes. Marvellous.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. and Stanley was happy.
By far my favourite ending so far. I got one once where I had to commit suicide 8 times, which was quite depressing. But hey. Thanks for watching, people. That's really, really cool. I will do the other one. I will do the chair one. The window one, whatever it's called. Bollocks, I'll do it now. Fine. Don't say Tribal never gives you anything.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Okay, explain in detail how the... Hang on. Bollocks to it. I'll go and chat myself. Balls, can't be bothered. Okay, explain how the window one works then. So we can get it and all have happy, fulfilled lives. In the office, he starts. Desk, that's under the window. No, not that way. Excuse me. Whoop, stuck behind the door. Sorry, me being slow. This one. Let's climb on it. Can we climb on it? Oh. Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
Oh, nice.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
Nice.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No. No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well,